Guys, welcome to the Wednesday Mastermind call, guys. This is the Cardone University Cardone On Demand Mastermind call. And what we do is we come to you live every single Wednesday. And we want to come to you live because we want to get together with people who are on Cardone training. They're actually using content from Grant Cardone every day to be able to help them out in their business. And then what we want to do is we want to get together because we know a lot of people are winning right now. We know a lot of people are doing really well. And we want you to continue to do better. And so what we're going to do is we're going to provide you with the opportunity to call in. And I'm going to answer any question you have. So today we're going to talk about controlling the call. I take a lot of questions from our clients. I take a lot of different problems, challenges, things like that. I'm talking to people all day long. I'm talking to managers, business owners. I'm talking to salespeople. And they're telling me all the problems they're having on the phone. And I'm like, look, man, there's some very specific material that you need to understand about controlling the call that would solve a lot of these problems. So I said, look, we're going to handle it on the Mastermind. So guys, if you want to call in, okay, I want you to do this. If you're taking notes right now, write this down. Write down 305. And then I want you to write down 865. And then I want you guys to write down 8668. That's the number to call in. 305-865-8668. Call in. My name's Steve, and I'm going to help you out. So, man, huge week, by the way. We got a lot going on, and I'm actually going to tell you about it right now because I want you to understand that, look, something very big is happening. I want you to take a look at this book right here. Just hit #1 on Amazon.com. This program is Grant's newest book. It's called Be Obsessed or Be Average. So it just came out. If you guys haven't got your copy, go get it. So you can get it at our website. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. But look, man, it's #1 for a reason. Beat out Harry Potter. Can you believe that, Rob? Beat out Harry Potter. I mean, I can believe it.
Woo.
Woo. Woo. All right, guys. So, look, if you want to call in, what we're going to do.
It is the golden snitch.
It is. It is. It is. So, we're going to handle any type of problems that you guys have. Call in 305-865-8668. I'm going to take a call from, I got guys calling. They're already calling in. They're already looking to get their problem solved. One thing that I do want to talk about before we get started, because I do this every single week where I talk about, look, people they're killing it. They are killing it. We hear it every single day. Success stories are flooding in. Every single day. Every single day we look at these. And so I've got, man, who's this guy? I've got Monroe Butler. He's in the car business. He says, look, been in the car business for a long time. Cardone On Demand has taught me so many new ways on handling objections. This is a guy who's been in sales for years, okay? He says he's been in the business a long time, and it has taught him many new ways on handling objections. I sell an extra 4 cars a month getting on the Cardone On Demand program. Dude, that is huge. That is huge because most of the times what that means is that bumps you into like a bonus area, right? And so, look, I got another guy who says, Chance Woodle says, the attitude in our showroom is much better. You can see the training has taken a hold and everyone is taking it to heart. Man, that's huge from a manager side. I know managers deal with that all the time. Hey, look, how do we build the culture in our business? Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is how to control the call. But what I want to do, I just want to get this thing started up, dude. I want to go ahead and take a call. I'm going to take a call from Paul. Paul's calling in from Philly. Paul, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, great. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing unbelievable, man. I really appreciate you giving me a call in.
Yeah, good to talk to you, Steve. We've emailed a couple times.
Oh, good, man. Good. Hey, Paul,
yeah,
can you tell us who you are and what type of business you're in?
Sure. Paul Average. I sell commercial lighting.
Okay.
It's up here in Philadelphia. So I sell to, sometimes it's customers directly, end users with facilities, and then sometimes it's engineers that recommend what lighting goes into new buildings.
Yeah. What's the hardest part about your job?
Well, the reason I'm calling today, our company, our business model will manufacture sales representatives. So we represent about 25 manufacturers. They have, hundreds, sometimes thousands of products available. So it's really narrowing down and making it easy for a customer to decide what they should go with, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many options available.
Right. So I'm a guy. I'm sitting in a company. I sell a bunch of different things, lights, right? And there's a lot of different options, man. I love your lights, but I got a bunch of other lights that I could sell too. And so me on my end as a salesperson, I'm basically looking to pitch what the best opportunity is for my client. But you want them to sell more of your product. Is that what I hear you saying?
Well, sometimes that's a situation based on we have customers that sell for us, right?
Okay.
But what I wanted to ask you today was the challenges. I've heard Grant talk about before coming up with packages, right, to help make it easier for customers to decide which direction to go with. So looking for your advice if you were going to set up packages, what would be some tips of kind of how to do it and
Thank you.
set that up?
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Paul, perfect. This is actually perfect. So do you have, Paul, do you already have different, I'm sure you already have different packages, but this actually goes into a few different pieces inside Cardone University. So let me tell you exactly what Paul's asking right now. He's saying, hey, look, Grant says never give just one price, never stick on one product, and you want to give people options. And this has a lot to do with controlling the call. So I'm going to use Paul, and I'm going to handle Paul's example because I think he might be reaching out. He's got a deal set up, but I want to use this to handle the topic that we're talking about today as well. So a couple different places that you'll hear this. Number one, you got to understand, dude, why do I got to give options, right? And so, Rob, if you want to go ahead and show the screen right here, I'm going to show you guys where to go. If you click inside sales process, okay, when you click inside sales process, what Paul's talking about, guys, is he's talking about, look, Grant was saying you want to be able to provide options. And so a lot of this you're going to find inside presentation, particularly, you're going to find it all throughout, but particularly you're going to find it with verify selection with alternatives. Oh, got ahead of myself. So what you want to do is you want to go into this piece right here in video number 3. This is a course that is actually set up to talk to you about how to create that option. Like I want to give people options, okay? Because one product could solve a problem for somebody and then another smaller product or even a bigger product could be what they're looking for or could be for somebody else. So what Paul's talking about is what would you do? What would you do? And so on the call, Grant talks a lot about this, and this is why I want to kind of transition into the second piece on controlling the call. If you go inside incoming calls, this is what today's call is about, guys. It's about controlling the call. And so what Grant talks about is, look, when you're on the phone, when you're working with different customers and clients, you want to be able to provide options. You want to be able to give somebody different packages. So for Paul, what I'm going to suggest for you is that you want to look at these different things. You want to, number one, figure out, hey, what are the buyer's goals? Okay, because when you can understand what's happening on their side, if I understand what Rob wants and I understand what I want, I can make it so that both of us get exactly what we want. Guys who are missing opportunities in their relationships out there or any other business transactions, you can use that in the same way. Dude, if you know what the other person wants, and you know what you want, and you know how to basically satisfy that need, that way it's a win for everybody, guess what? They're probably going to do business with you, right? And so that's what I want you to think about. I want you to understand what the buyer's goals are. I want you to understand what the salesperson's goals are. And then, Rob, if you'd show this one more time. I want you to take a look at the responsibilities right here so that you can go through. Grant's going to talk about creating these packages, and then things to avoid. He's going to talk a lot about what the question Paul's asking right now. So what he's saying is that, look, I want to set the parameters. I want to give some options. And Paul, is Paul still on? Yeah, so Paul, so you've got a couple different options. What I would do is I would drop these packages in. Number one, I would have a small package, I would have a medium package, and then I would have the large, right? And so you want to use those to kind of set the parameters of the negotiation. That's what you want to do. But what particularly are you talking about when you ask, for the different packages? Like when you, like, just say you're trying to get me, you want me to buy a package. So,
yeah, I think it's more in the decision making, in the sales presentation, right? So because I'm on Cardone U in the the road to the sale. So in that product selection part, just any tips, like I said, because in my company, it's not already packaged. What's your advice?
Okay, good. So what I'm asking, what I'm asking, Paul, is like whenever I'm on the phone with you, you're trying to sell me. What's the situation? So is that somewhere where you would call me and suggest products for me to sell?
So in my sales setting, I will sit down with an engineer that's designing a building, and they say, I want my lighting system. So it's part just the lights, and then there's a system, there's some controls with it. They'll say, I want it to do this, this, and this. So what I'm trying to get smoother at is
perfect.
Getting them to listen to them, fact find, do the appraisal, and then really guide them into a good package. So
good. Good.
So it fits it. So like I'm on,
Totally. I just
needed
needed
trading. I get it.
Yeah. No, I needed to understand your situation a little bit closer. So what I hear you saying is that you're sitting down with the guy, you want to provide him options. This is somebody who is like a contractor probably, and maybe they're putting different building plans together. Price could be of a concern, but maybe they're building a high-end building. Luxury or quality could be something that is particularly a thought. Dude, I want to give them everything. I want to cover them up. I want to let them know, dude, my name's Paul. I got every package you want, and I've got every deal. So when I go into pitch, what I typically know is that I know what I want. I know what I want out of the deal. Sometimes I'll pitch a much larger deal from the beginning, and then I'll let them know all the way over here at the end of the spectrum, hey, I've got this option and I've got these options. Let's just have a quick conversation. Let's find out what you want exactly. That way we can identify what package is going to be right for you. So I'm going to use the two to kind of fit me in. Like if I was selling, maybe like a vehicle, or if I was selling a watch, or maybe furniture, right? So I'm going to show them different end products. That way I can find out what he really wants. That way he says, no, he's Paul, dude, this is what I want. That one's too much. I wouldn't want that, but we would go with something like this. Okay, does that make sense?
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so, Paul, if you have any questions, man, let us know, and we'd be happy to help you out. It's just like a wide. If I got a little bit more granular on what the situation is, there's specific segments that actually handle that inside the program. So you're like right in there. You're right in the chunk of that inside sales process. Yep. And so you'll probably reach through and see some of it, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. So thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Good talking.
All right, brother. Take care. Keith from Georgia is calling in. Keith, how you doing today, sir?
Good.
Excellent, man. How can we help you out today?
I was going to call in. I sent you guys some cookies and some coffee mugs. And
that was you?
That was me, brother.
Dude, why are you trying to do that to my waistline, man? What are you trying to do to me? I live down here in South Beach.
Hey, you deserve a cookie.com, brother.
No, you do, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I partook in a lot of those cookies.
Good.
A lot of them.
I'm assuming that you guys got the coffee mugs and sent Cardone one and Angela one.
Yes. Yep, we did.
So, the biggest problem that we're having now currently is getting guys on the phone, car dealers on the phone, to sell them our customer follow-up referral program.
Love it. All right, guys, this brings up a huge topic, right? And so this is Keith, right? He's calling in. He's saying, hey, look, I'm making cold calls. I'm a business. I'm selling to a business. And our biggest problem is getting people on the phone. Okay. This is one thing that you've got to understand. Like, even when controlling the call, you could have one unbelievable call, but if you have one unbelievable call, you're not going to have that much money. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So what rule applies to everything? That is the 10X rule. The 10X rule is exactly what you need with everything. So I need to be thinking with, dude, I need a lot of opportunities to be able to put my little incubator, because I'm a business to business guy. I need to be flushing a lot of people into this deal. I need to be sending out a lot of these opportunities to get in front of people, because probably out of 100, I'm only going to close like a smaller percentage. Because these guys are getting these things every day and you don't know. But the follow-up is going to be important, because you don't know if this guy's good right now. He might tell you no right now. In 3 months, he's probably thinking, oh, dude, you know what? I need some sort of follow-up strategy that's going to be able to help me out, because these guys, they're not doing that great at follow-up. And And then, oh yeah, what was that guy's name that had the mugs? I don't know. Hey, look on the internet for some guy who provides, different types of follow-up. And then he forgets about you. So the rule is with obscurity is every business's biggest problem. The rule with obscurity is, number one, I don't know you. Or number two, I know who you are, but I forgot about you when I was ready to buy. And so that's where these two programs right here come into play. Rob, if you want to drop this on, I'm going to show these guys exactly what they want to do. Number one, if you're going to be making cold calls, you want to use this program right here, Master the Cold Call.
We have it.
Okay.
We're using it.
That's what you guys are using.
Improved. Yes.
Excellent. And then what you want to use after that, Keith, is you want to use the follow-up program, because when you start applying these massive outbound contacts, I mean, you got to be making at least a minimum 100 phone calls per day to get in front of these people.
Yes.
I mean, if you're lazy, 100. I mean, my office does thousands of calls per day. And so we know what it takes. It takes applying the 10X rule. And so when I go into follow-up, you've got this whole strategy right here for contact follow-up over 365 days. So this is where, the guy gives me the objection. I learned everything in the cold call. So I went through all 59 courses in the cold call. I got my pitch down right. It was great. I got past the gatekeeper. I got the phone call. I learned how to handle the objections, but the guy still didn't close because I learned that only 2% of cold calls close on the first call. And so I know that I got to provide follow-up. This is the strategy you want to provide. So Keith, look, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, 10, 14, 21, 30, 40. These are the plans that you want to put in place. That way I can cover somebody up. Because I don't want that rule of obscurity to fall in, and I don't want to be caught in that trap. I don't want to be the guy who, number one, they don't know me, but I called them so they do know me. I don't want to be that second part of it where they did know me and then they forgot about me by the time they're ready to do something.
Right. Well, I'm out on the road. I sell on the road, but I'm training some salespeople to do this on the phone. And we've got two objections, and it's either I'm not ready yet or we're not interested.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I knew you. Hey, look, I knew you weren't going to be interested, man. This is a cold call. Look, what I wanted to do was drop by and show you something that's proven to be effective. We're picking up another 12 deals per month per store that we've worked with on average. Some stores have seen plus 20. Okay, what I want to do is just get you the data based off the research I've done about who you are and what you do. This would be perfect. It'd be unethical for me to keep driving by your location here and not providing this for your salespeople. So today's call is just about giving you some information. Let me ask you, do you guys have any type of advanced follow-up right now that goes above and beyond just a standard phone call?
Well, here's the situation. I'm a road salesman. I'm on the road seeing car dealers, and I'm trying to train some guys to do what I do on the phone. And like I say, the hardest part of that is getting to a decision maker.
Yep. Well, that's why the training inside the Master the Cold Call handles getting past the gatekeeper, because we know that if you're making 100 phone calls and there's a couple million different companies out there probably trying to call the same guy in the same day, how many calls do you think he gets per day?
Probably right at 80, 90.
Yeah. If they're not doing good, he gets 90 calls a day.
Yeah.
If they're doing good, probably more like 150. So what I'm saying is that, look, you got to set yourself apart. That's probably not going to come on the cold call. It's going to be extremely important for you to be able to get through there, to get the deal, to get the attention, to say, hey, here's who I am. Now I'm out of obscurity. Now the next piece is going to be the proper follow-up. And the final thing is that, look, man, it doesn't matter how good the call is. The call could be unfreaking believable. You could have a rock star phone call. If you did not apply the 10X rule, it's just not going to work for you, dude, because you have got to put a lot of opportunities in there. You got to have a lot of deals out there. So Keith, do that. Let me know what happens. And thanks a lot for the cookies, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, brother. I got Jacob from New York City. Jake, how's it going?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm doing excellent. Hey, before we get started, before we handle Jake's issues, I want to let you guys know that if you're not already on Cardone University, no problem, because we're doing a deal this month. Go to grantcardone.com/training. grantcardone.com/training, and I want you to use the code obsessed. You're going to get 90% off everything. Okay, use the code obsessed. All right, Jacob, what's happening, man? What problem can I solve for you today?
Yeah, so right now I'm trying to set up like a schedule, kind of a follow-up on call calling and stuff. So I'm just in curiosity for you guys. Do you guys take around like 200 people and then follow up them for like 2 weeks? Or maybe maybe you focus on them for 2 weeks and then, you do 100, or you kind of go for it in one shot? Like, I'm kind of trying to form a schedule right now.
I got you.
How to do it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Have you been inside the are these cold calls or these warm calls? What type of contacts are you making?
These are cold calls.
Okay, good. So when you go inside Master the Cold Call, I want you to go inside there, and whenever you look inside, there's a lot of different things. So there's like advanced cold call tips.
Uh-huh.
So you don't want to just get your script together. You don't want to just learn how to handle all the objections. But what you want to do is you want to go through here, and Grant talks a little bit about, the different things that you need to understand when like building this giant pipeline of business. Right. And so these categories inside here are going to be important for you to go back, revisit, go take a look, and that way you're just like you're putting the icing on your cold calling abilities. And what I typically do is I pick a list. I got my top 100 list. Okay, so I've got 100 people, and what I'm doing is I'm going through because I'm not going to get a hold of them on the first call. Would you agree?
Right. Yeah.
How many people are you getting a hold of on the first call for 100 people?
Not a lot.
Like maybe two. Like, and they typically pick up on the first time because what happens is you guys are killing yourself on the voicemails. You guys are leaving these like long sales pitches on the voicemails, and now all of a sudden that guy is like, oh, dude, that's Jacob from North Carolina trying to sell me some stuff, and I'm just not interested. I'm not thinking about it right now. So you lose your opportunity to pitch that deal because you ruined it on the voicemail. And so, guys, you want to pay attention. You want to learn how to do the voicemails inside the program. They're in follow-up, mistakes with the voicemails. And what you want to do, Jacob, and this is what I do, is I put together 100 people. I know what percentage I'm going to close out of that 100, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the cold contacts, and I'm going to start putting them. I got the 10X rule applied, man. I know what it's going to take. I'm making all these contacts. Maybe in 2 weeks, I'm going to scrape off some of the people that, they told me, hey, look, man, we would never do business with you ever in your entire life. Like, that's great. I could follow up with that guy forever, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll put him in a CRM, follow up with him in 6 months. But I know I'm probably not going to get a deal from him right now. And just based off what I care about, which is getting deals, I know that I could probably put somebody who's more fresh in there, apply a ton of activity, and find more people who could be interested. So maybe every 2 weeks, I'm creating a new top 100 list, and that may even be stretching it because the 100 you can actually work. The 100 you can actually work.
Right.
And so does that help you out?
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much you focus, it's kind of like a mini pipeline. You focus on 100 people, and in 2 weeks maybe
it's an incubator.
People off, and then add more people onto it, right?
Yeah, totally. So what I'm doing is I'm like, and so when you train inside the cold call program, and if you guys don't have the cold call program, you go to grantcardone.com/training. There's a 90% off deal there. And don't worry about it. I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried. So what you could do is you start putting all those people in what we would call an incubator, basically. And that is where you use the follow-up program. And so there's 365 days to follow up on somebody who didn't tell you to take a hike.
Right.
Right? So does that help you out?
Perfect. Thanks, Steve. That's
excellent.
great.
Hey, real quick before you get off here, man, how's Cardone University helped you out so far?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, people have been saying like, we're very persistent. They like to follow up. I literally use exactly Grant's lines.
That's all you got to do, man.
I mean, it's great.
That's all you got to do. You just use it, man. Look, all these success stories I got right here, it's just a bunch of people telling me, hey, look, I just did exactly what the program said. It's hilarious, man. Success leaves clues. It's true, guys. It's true. So, hey, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you calling in. Hey, call me next week and let me know what progress you have, and then we'll talk about what the next steps are. Because, guys, that's what Cardone University is about. You're always in a different cycle. You're always in something different. And so this week, Jacob is like, dude, I'm cold calling. I'm putting a list together. This deal's happening. I'm in a follow-up situation. He's going to start getting people inside of his incubator. And so what happens is that now he's going to be back into the sales process where he's focusing on sales process, where he's trying to figure out, hey, I got a demo coming up. What questions do I need to know? Do I need to practice? Do I need to have down? Have I done my recon? Have I done my research? Do I know everything about this company before I go into the deal? And what do I do when I get in there? Well, that's all inside sales process for you guys. So look, if you don't have these programs right now, not a problem, dude. We're doing this crazy deal right now at grantcardone.com/training. And I'm going to give you guys a special code, so write this down. Obsessed. Okay, if you can't remember, it's the title of the brand new book. It's Obsessed. Use it. I got Matt calling in from Washington. Matt, what's happening in Washington?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing unbelievable, man. I appreciate you giving me a call in.
Yeah, so my brother and I are getting brand new into real estate investing. We're looking to flip some homes.
Okay.
And I don't actually have the full university package. I think our package I have is called Handling Objections.
Yep.
But in there are closing strategies, and they seem to be geared around, getting the customer on the right product and selling a product. But what we're looking to do is buy homes at a discount. So I guess we're trying to figure out how to use these closes for more selling ourselves and the benefits that we provide, and not necessarily.
Yeah.
We're not really buying a product, or we're not selling a product. We're looking to buy someone's house.
Totally, but you are a product. So you're the product. You're trying to sell you and why they want to sell your home and why they want to get rid of it. And so, are you wholesaling this real estate? Basically, is that what you're doing? Are you buying these products? Is like what? What's your prime deal? So let's just say you're trying to sell me. I'm a prime prospect I'm a hot lead, right? How did you get a hold of me?
Right.
Where did the lead come in? Did I call you? Did you call me?
Yeah, so we do some we're starting to do some direct mail, and so we're getting some calls in from that, and we have a call center that are answering those calls, and we follow up on those. And so we've made appointments before, but none of them have been successful, and I think we both have had some misconceptions about selling, our own selling skills, and like not wanting to pressure people and stuff like that. So we try to tell people on our benefits and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff in the university is just kind of geared around selling a product. But we do have a direct mail system set up.
Yeah, so
we are calling people up.
Yeah, totally. And Matt, this goes for you and this goes for everybody else that's out there. Look, the content in the program is exactly what you need, right? But you got to listen to it. And so I want you to really think about, hey, what's he saying right there? Like, he's talking about selling the watch. And dude, I don't sell watches. I'm trying to get people to sell their homes. But listen to the material, like what's he saying? So when these people, and let me get this straight, that way I'm going to go into a deal here that's going to help you out. Are you are you actually selling are you getting them to list their home with you, or are you trying to buy their property?
No, we're trying to buy their property, and we want to basically offer to them, like, hey, you don't have to list your property. You can just let us take care of all the stuff, like all the costs, all the repairs, and that's kind of all of the benefits that we provide. We just want to take away the stress from people.
Perfect.
But what we want for that is a heavy discount. So sometimes people have a hard time understanding, why they should sell it to me at a discount. And some people just have a hard time getting their mind around that, like, there's tons of costs associated with selling their home.
Yeah, so guys, this is what happens in sales. This is what happens in sales, right? So the issue is that, he's having a problem, he's having a challenge in the deal. So Matt, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this. Inside the exact program that you have, the Mastering Objections, Grant's going to talk about, look, there's only one reason people buy anything. Okay? Have you gotten that far?
No, I've made it up through closing strategies.
Okay, good. So, all right. Well, so you went straight to the closing strategies.
No. I started at the beginning, and then I've made it up through.
Okay. I got you.
Just
okay.
kind of going through.
I thought you were trying to take a chemistry class before you took basic science. So okay, good.
No.
So all right. Yeah. So the only reason that people do anything is because it solves a problem. So what I want you to do is write this down.
Right.
Find the problem. Okay, you got to find the problem, dude. You got to find the problem. That's what you're looking for when you're on these phone calls, okay? Because, look, I would tell these people straight up front, hey, look, you're going to be selling your property to me at a premium discounted rate. Look, let me ask you this. Why would you do that? Hey, just before we even go into this, I want to let you know, I want to be extremely transparent. When we do this, we do it so quick, so fast. We basically get you out of your deal as quick as possible so you can move on. But, if you're going to take a little bit, a 3, 4, 5% haircut on the deal, why would you do that? Why are you looking to move out of your home so quickly? Hey, what's one reason you would want to do this right now? You could list this with the realtor. You guys could sell your property in 9 months, 12 months, but I'm going to do it for you today. Why would you guys do it today? Okay, now let me get a couple good examples. Why do people do it?
Because it's just kind of a ball and chain to them. They're looking to move on, and they might be underwater or something like that.
Ball and chain, underwater. What else?
They're looking to move to another property, and they can't do it until they sell the current property that they're in.
Yeah. What else?
There's a lot of different ways to be that they're motivated. I haven't heard them all yet. But.
Exactly. There's a lot of different ways, and all of these right here have nothing to do with money. So when they tell you the money objection, so what you're going to find out inside the mastering objections is that the biggest objection that you'll ever get, it's the one you're not hearing. So they're going to hide it with, well, dude, we want to be able to save that 5% on your deal. Dude, no, they don't. No, they don't. They don't care. Dude, they want to move. Dude, they want to get out of their deal. They're underwater. They're sick of being on it. It's a ball and chain deal. They're sick of it. They want to get out of it. These people are trying to get out of a bad situation. They want to do it quick. What I need to do is find out why. And that's what you're going to find inside the fact-finding training. And so when you go in there, and if you guys don't have it, you can go to grantcardone.com/training. And you can actually get the 90% off that program. It's in sales process. It's fact finding. It is find the problem, because the only way I'll ever get to sell a guy is by finding out how I can do it. I'm going to do that by finding the problem, right? And so I'm going to find out which one of these problems it is, and then I'm going to know, dude, I got the dominant buying motive. My whole presentation is going to be wrapped around that one problem. And then I'm going to provide them with different options. Hey, look, man, dude, we can do this for you this way. These are the couple different ways that we can do it. I'm going to solve that problem. These are the 4 strategies that I'm going to provide for you. And you let me know which one's going to be best for you, right? So I'm going to set my negotiating parameters, okay? Because they're going to tell you that, look, we want to save that 5%. Good. Let me show you how we do that. I'll keep you that 5%, but let me show you how we do it. Okay, we're going to do it right here, but I'm also going to show you how we're going to do it, but it's going to cost taking that 5% to get rid of your property quicker, right? I'm going to give you 3 different options right now. Let me know which one's easiest for you. And then I'm going to find out what the problem is, dude. And then what's going to happen is they're going to be like, you know what, dude? They're going to tell you're going to have the wife sitting there, honey, I'm freaking sick of this place. Let's get out of here. Let's take the haircut. We don't care. I want out of this. I want to move closer to my family. And then all of a sudden, dude, you're going to be doing a deal because you actually found what the real problem was. It was never the money.
Cool, Steve. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Hey, thanks a lot for calling in, man. Guys, if you want to call in, I'm going to handle any type of problem that you have. Look, there's a bunch of different programs that you're able to use right now. These are going to be at grantcardone.com/training. When you go there, you're going to see several different programs that we've broken up. So if you're not on the full Cardone University program, it's available right now. Huge discount deal. Okay, you're going to get 90% off the entire deal. Go there now to get it, but you've got to use the access code. You got to use the access code OBSESSED. It's the name of the book. If you haven't got the book yet, pick that up as well. So guys, if you want to call in, look, every Wednesday, what we do is we come in here, we come to you live. That way we can answer any type of questions you guys have, any challenges, any situations. And if you guys want to drop the questions inside the actual comment box under grantcardonetv.com/mastermind, look, we're going to handle those questions as well. So there's a couple different questions on here. And let's see, I got Michael. It says, I get customers that want to run off the phone. They don't want to talk. Dude, you got to control the phone call. If you go in Cardone University, Rob, you want to show this real quick if you don't mind. Incoming calls, even if it's incoming calls, guys, or outbound calls, I want you to go here. I started this because I wanted to tell you that, look, I keep hearing all these problems that everybody's having. They're calling in. They're telling me I'm having these challenges on the phone. Well, it's because they're not controlling the call. They're not locking the appointment down. whether it's an incoming, outbound, either one, these two things right here, I will tell you from personal experience, this was the very first thing that increased my sales immediately. Less than 30 days. Less than 30 days, I doubled my income. The very first time I ever got a hold of Grant's material was this. And I just sunk into it. And I drilled it. And I practiced it. And I didn't watch it one time. I watched it 3, 4, 5 different times. I was going back through because I knew that the only way that I could get great at understanding that material was if I continue to go back through it. Guys, that's what Cardone University is about. It's for you to go through. So just a quick recap on the things that you want to do every day. 6 training segments every single day. Go through the program and learn. Learn when you go through. So you want to actually use the notes. You want to dig in. You want to listen to what he's saying. You want to hear, look, what is he talking about in that deal and how's that applying to me in my situation right now? You want to start using all these concepts because look, I have lists every day. I get these lists and there's tons of people on it every day sent out in my office, people killing it, absolutely killing it with this program. So we're here to help you out, and that's why we come to you every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you guys out. This is the Cardone University Cardone On Demand Mastermind call. Before I get off here one more time, I'm going to let you know where to get the 90% off. It's at grantcardone.com/training and use the actual code OBSESSED. That's going to get you 90% off. You guys can get in the program. So if you're here every week joining us, thank you. We want to get you on so we can get you in the programs and start helping you out. So guys, thanks a lot for being here. Next week, we're going to come to you. Same time, Wednesdays, 2 p.m. You guys have an unbelievable week. We'll talk to you soon.